Page speed is overrated. I said it. There you have it. This is the area that a lot of SEOs are so heavily focused on. A lot of photographers in general are going to jump into this and they're going to see a nice report from Google PageSpeed or wherever they're looking up PageSpeed analysis, and they're going to say, oh, I'm getting a 30 out of 100. Like, this is terrible. My site is tanking. And if I get this score up, I'll have better SEO. My site will rank higher. In reality, if your site is loading and it feels pretty snappy and quick to load, people are staying on your site, page speed's probably not a huge factor. If your site is taking forever to load, if it's taking 10 seconds to load the web page, like, yes, then you need to really work on your page speed. But honestly, you could be working on so many better areas as a photographer. I got into SEO because I was building my longboard skateboard company and t-shirt company. And as I was doing that, I was like, I'm going to write an article that's going to talk about different types of longboards. And I knew very little about SEO, but I knew that if I created the right content, focused on the right keyword, that would get a lot of people to my site. So I made this article on types of longboards, and it took my site from about 2 visitors a day, 1 to 2 visitors a day, to over 200. Just from this one article. These were all people who were looking at longboards and buying longboards, which is my target audience. Now, I didn't know anything about SEO, and that is kind of a crazy thought, right? Like, I knew less. Now, as I started getting clients, initially I was creating a lot of great content for them, and that was my main focus. I wanted to make great content and get their site optimized and set up right for SEO. Eventually, I started falling into the page speed trap, where I was spending so much time just working on every little technical detail in a page speed report to make a site as fast as possible. And I believe this is going to give my clients' sites the advantage. The results when I was focused on content was climbing through the roof for my clients. When I started focusing on page speed, nothing was happening. In my opinion, page speed, once you're in the top ranks of everybody in your industry, and you're competing with, the other top ranking, it can give you a slight advantage. But that little increase in page speed, or doing a small increase, just getting that number up a little bit, is going to make no difference to your site if you are just starting out in SEO, or you really haven't created good content, or you haven't set things up correctly. Like, focus on all of these other things. Page speed should be your last focus unless your site is terrible. And certain platforms do run slow. There's certain platforms you just generally want to avoid because they run so slow. But with a site like WordPress, you can work on page speed. You can improve it. You can make it so much better. But don't make this your main focus on SEO. Don't get trapped in the reports. It's like going back to school, right? Like, I got an A+ on page speed. Like, that feels great, but it's not going to do anything for you. Focus on the other key metrics that matter: content, getting links to your website, and then you will have so much better results with your SEO efforts than if you spend any more time, if you have already or if you haven't yet, any time on page speed. That's it for today. Subscribe to my channel because I'm going to keep dropping these videos, and I hope you found this helpful. I'll see you soon.